What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, and we're going to start this week off right with some exclusive big news from Jordan Brand. I'm sure you guys see the thumbnail. I've been hinting on leaking more 2022 info since last week, so expect news to come throughout the week. But first, before I give you some of the highlights, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. The highlight of this video is that the Air Jordan 12 playoffs will be returning in 2022. This will be to celebrate the 25th anniversary. Also, there is images going around of a Travis Scott Air Jordan 6 in blue, like a Houston Oilers blue. People are claiming that it's a sample, and I'm going to talk more on that later on in the video. There's a lot more from Jordan Brand, and we have a good amount from Nike. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. In this video, we have our fair share of Nike Dunks. However, for the most part, it's SBs. But first up, we have a first look at the Nike Dunk High Midnight Navy. Now, the pair resembles that of the Villanova pair, which originally released back in 1986 and is part of the Be True to Your School series. Now, the pair features a clean white and midnight navy colorway, as you can see. Utilizing white leather on the base, we have midnight navy on the overlays, which includes the swoosh. It also hits the tongue branding and outsole. The last detail is orange, which lands on the insole branding. So, for the release details, unfortunately, there really isn't much. They are expected to release during 2021, possibly this summer, and the retail price will be $110. Not too long ago, we saw a first look at the Fragment Sacai Nike LDWaffle in Obsidian. Now we have a first look at the gray and white pair. So just like the Obsidian, this pair features a double theme, and I'll get to more on that in a moment. Utilizing gray mesh on the upper, suede lands on the overlays, and then we have a double swoosh on the panels, which is done in white. We also have double tongues, and then we have Fragment's lightning bolt logo embossed on the lateral side and lands on the insoles. Other details includes a white midsole and a black waffle rubber outsole. Again, no release date for this pair. They are rumored to release this summer, and the retail price will be $160. When images first popped up of the Familia Nike SB Dunklow First Avenue, aka Prince, I don't think I was doing videos. I think it was during my break. So we do have new images, and I'll go over these photos as well as talk about some of the smaller details. So this is a collaboration with Familia Skate Shop, and their inspiration for this collaboration is First Avenue. So from what I can see, it's a dance club. They have live performances, and they date back to 1970, and one of their big headliners was Prince. So Prince also has a bit of influence on the shoe. That's shown by the purple detailing. But if you notice on the sides, we have black bricks, which mimics that of the building. And then we have stars. So we have one white star by the heel, and then we have multiple on the perforations on the toe. And that's for the stars seen across the building. There's also 3M reflective on the swoosh and heel, and it's being reported that the upper is wear away, which over time it'll fade to purple. Other highlights includes co-branding on the insoles, along with the venue's checkerboard floor and the ticket to the first live show, which took place on April 3rd, 1970. Now, this pair was originally expected to release in 2020, which would have celebrated the venue's 50th anniversary. However, things happen. Well, in this case, it appears that COVID happened, so a lot of stuff was pushed, this being one of them. And now there's a lot of samples popping up, so there's rumors going around that a possible release will take place this year, although that's not confirmed. Currently, no retail price. They're just rumored to release, not confirmed. And once there's more information on this pair, I definitely will make sure to update you guys. Color Skates, which is a skate shop out of Athens, will have their own Nike SB Dunk High releasing, which is inspired by one of Greece's popular foods, the gyro kebab. So to go over the pair, features tan suede around the toe and eye stay, which represents pita bread. Red hits the laces and swoosh logos for tomatoes, and then we have white on the toe box for tzatziki sauce. Brown elephant print wraps the heel, that's for the meat, and gyro graphics adorn the medial side and insole. Finishing the look, we have a Kebab and Destroy label inside of the tongue. The official nickname for this collaboration is Kebab and Destroy, and currently we don't have a release date nor a retail price, just the other day, official images popped up of the shoes. So more than likely, we're going to hear some information very, very soon. We'll probably see this pair drop at skate shops first and then on the sneakers app. But once more information is available, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Just a quick heads up on this pair. It's the Air Jordan 1 Mid Arctic Orange, and originally they were being called Crimson Tint. Now, images first popped up in mid 2020, and since then we haven't heard an update until the other day, which now we have a release date, and that date is June 21st. Now, mids and lows, they've been doing quite well lately, so that's the main reason I'm including it. Also, the fact that it does have black around the toe, you can call it a black toe, slightly different than our traditional black toe releases. That's another reason I wanted to include it. But June 21st is the release date, and the retail price will be $115. We got another 2022 release to talk about. This is the Air Jordan 11 Low 72 and 10. For those that don't know, the 72 and 10 Air Jordan 11 released in 2015, and now in 2022 they are making it into a low top. I was fortunate enough to see a preview of the sample. So the mock-up, which is done by zsneakerheadz, shout out to him, is accurate. What you won't see is the midfoot shank plate. Now that will feature red. The upper will feature black suede, will have black patent leather with an iridescent finish, just like the 72 and 10. Now, unless Jordan Brand switches things up from the sample, but this is what we are currently expecting. I bought the 72 and 10 Air Jordan 11 when it initially launched, and I threw it in my collection and kind of forgot about it. But looking at the low top and just going back and looking at the mid, I definitely appreciate the pair more. And for the low top, it's decent, but to give my actual judgment, I probably should wait until a first look actually comes out and just not the mock-up. Anyways, the release time frame is spring 2022, and currently we don't have a retail price. So there's an update on the Air Jordan 5 Jade Horizon. Now, a few months back, I put out a Photoshop almost like this. Now, there is a few changes, and if you remember the Photoshop, I'm sure you already noticed what the changes are, and I actually think this makes it look better. Now, originally, they were expected to feature a translucent outsole as well as the eyelets. However, the look has changed to give it a vintage vibe, slightly yellowed for an aged look. Other than that, the color blocking stays the same. Pink on inside of the tongue, Jumpman, lace lock within the air unit, and flames on the midsole. Jade will run across the upper, covered in suede, which hopefully the suede is premium. The release date is December 4th if everything stays the same, so we probably will get a first look within a couple months, maybe sooner, and the retail price will be $190. I definitely like the aged look more, but let me know your thoughts down below. More weird stuff is going around on Instagram, nothing new, and you might have saw this, but images started to circulate of a sample Travis Scott Air Jordan 6, which was supposed to represent the Houston Oilers. Now, the shade features a light blue, and don't get me wrong, this colorway is super dope. If they did release them, I would definitely have to buy them, but that's the thing. If they released them, or if it was a sample, or even a friends and family pair, well, the individual who put out the photos, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use his photos or not because YouTube's weird, although the individual could try to clap my video because I hear he's upset with other individuals who reported on this. I feel like I'm using this in fair use because I'm actually talking about the shoes. I'm not just showing them and not saying anything. I'm explaining what's different, but once I start editing, I'll make my decision. And once again, a lot of big pages started to run with the sample tag saying this is a sample. Some said it was a friends and family, and this isn't taking a shot at the original post, but all this is a Photoshop. It's just a color edit. I'm not gonna lie, he got me a few times. He posted some yellow Travis Scott Air Jordan 6s a few years back, and I learned about 4 or 5 months ago that it was just a Photoshop. So you know what, I decided I am going to include some of his photos because it's the best way to explain it. So Exhibit A, the first image, you can see the part of the midsole where the outsole's coming out. It has a yellowish tint to it, kind of milky, more yellow, and right in the middle you see the bright crimson hit in the air unit. Now let's move to the second photo. It's the same shoe, but it has a blue tint. same shade of red, and you can kind of see the yellowing at the bottom, almost like he was trying to match the blue on the upper to the previous image, and this is the closest he can get without changing the whole color of the upper. Also, he did put out a video, and it was just a video of him showing the shoes, and it was the blue pair. Now, you can also color edit videos, and a good friend of mine had an unfortunate back and forth with this person. Again, I have no issue with him. I've actually spoke to him in the past, and he was asked to do a live video. If he did a live video and it came out true, then he would take down the claims and he would apologize, but it didn't work out like that. So just to wrap it up, this is a Photoshop. Don't get me wrong, this would be super dope if they released. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm sure a lot of you would cop if they dropped. Maybe some of you already know that this is a Photoshop. We now have our best look yet at the Air Jordan 1 High OG Bred Patent, aka Reimagined. Now, there's a new detail that we didn't know prior to this video, or I should say prior to the images leaking, and that lands on the liner. So we have family stitched on the liner in red, which I'm sure ties into the whole theme of this shoe. Now, to us, it's a Bred colorway, but I'm sure Jordan Brand will come out with some detailed story, which I hope they do. That definitely makes the shoe better, in my opinion. I love this colorway, of course. I love the fact that it has patent leather. It's something different. I'm just more curious on the whole story, the Reimagined nickname, everything like that. I'm kind of hoping that we see the hang tag soon. That hasn't leaked yet. It's supposed to be a metallic gold Jumpman, which could also tie into the Air Jordan 1 that released in the early 2000s. I believe a lot of them came with a metallic silver metal Jumpman hang tag. So maybe that's where the Reimagined nickname comes from. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But for the release info, October 23rd is when they're expected to release, and the retail price will be $170. Let me know your thoughts on this pair with this look. I know prior to this video, the image, it was kind of grainy, it wasn't the best. So maybe your opinion has changed for the better. Maybe you like them more, or maybe you don't like them at all. This was hard. I've actually been sitting on this info for close to a week. And something like this, I want to share it right away, but unfortunately I couldn't. I had to wait till now. But for the exclusive news of this video, and expect much more to come this week, I can confirm that the Air Jordan 12 playoffs will be returning in 2022. This will celebrate the 25th anniversary. Originally released in 1997, we saw the pair released in retro form in 2004 and in 2012. The pair is known as playoffs because Michael Jordan wore them during the NBA playoffs. I know a lot of people want the Cherry, Taxi, and playoffs to release, so at the minimum, we're getting one next year. Who knows, we might see another OG colorway. Jordan Brand is celebrating the 25th anniversary. And as far as the release details, spring 2022 is when they're expected to release. However, I'm kind of thinking it's a possibility that this pair will be an All-Star Weekend drop. That isn't confirmed, it's just speculation, and the retail price is expected to be $190. However, I should have all that details in the next week. I can just confirm that the OG playoff 12s will be coming. Also, the images you're looking at is the Air Jordan 12 playoffs from 2012, not the new release. And let me know your thoughts down below. Are you happy with the playoffs returning? Do you also want to see the Taxi or the Cherry 12s return? Honestly, I wouldn't mind all three, even the Obsidian. I would like those to return as well. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. You can expect more uploads this week. Right now, I am working on Photoshops with zsneakerheadz to put out some exclusive news, of course. Some more interesting stuff is coming in 2022. It seems that some of the releases in 2022, they are inspired by important figures or moments in Michael Jordan's life. A lot of stuff will tell a story, which we all know I'm a fan of stories, and I know a lot of you guys are as well. And I should have a few more I'm leaking this week, as well as next week. And from Nike, I also have a few things to leak. If you're a fan of OG basketball models from Nike, I do have something, so expect that to come soon. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you got a second, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. It definitely helps grow this channel. Definitely need to get back in the rhythm of things. And if you're new here and want to subscribe, make sure to hit the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.